The relativity fraud, established by trickery, maintained by propaganda. A simple exposure for laymen, by Malcolm Bowden. In 1887, an experiment shattered the scientific community. Michelson and Morley tried to check the speed of the Earth through the ether as it orbited the Sun by passing light in two directions, one in the direction of the Earth's travel and one at right angles, and then comparing them for differences. They expected to measure a speed of about 30 kilometers per second. To their amazement, there was no movement of this order. They called it a null result. They actually measured 1 to 10 kilometers per second, but it was still called a null result. They rushed out the theory called the Fitzgerald-Lorentz contraction. This claimed that the tube in line with the direction of movement shortens as it moves through the ether. There was no evidence whatsoever for this. It was only a way of getting over the implication that the Earth was stationary. Later, in 1905 and 1915, Einstein produced his relativity theories, which overcame the troublesome Michelson-Morley experiment by simply abolishing the ether. The whole theory is riddled with contradictions and problems, which we will examine. Before we do so, we will examine a fundamental contradiction in the theory, which will arise several times in various subjects that we deal with. This is known as the clock, or twins paradox. It totally destroys the whole basis on which the theory is founded. Imagine a clock on the Earth and an identical one on a rocket. According to relativity, if the rocket goes into space and later returns, its clock will run slower than the Earth clock. However, as far as the person on the rocket is concerned, it is the Earth that is rushing away from the rocket. Acceleration is not accounted for in relativity, and according to relativity, the rocket can claim that it is the Earth that is moving. Now, if it is considered that the Earth is moving, then its clock will be slower than the rocket's clock. But a clock cannot be both slower and faster than another clock, which is a complete contradiction. So the clock paradox, which is inherent in the theory, actually destroys its validity.